Hi guys,
Welcome back to the Subtle Cuddle channel. Please leave a like, subscribe,
and comment.
and comment. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
So today we're gonna talk about the top 5 things you must invest in. All right, so we're gonna start off. Okay, we ain't gonna hold back. We're just gonna go. All right, number 1. Number 1 is it's gonna sound super cheesy because it is, but number 1 is you gotta invest in yourself. All right, gotta invest in yourself, and you gotta tell that to yourself. That's the number 1 thing that matters is yourself. If you fail, that's on you. Even if you decide to take up on a new project, just take up on it like little by little. Even if it takes you 5 years or more or less, as long as you pursued it. I did engineering, it took me 4 years. It wasn't just like the next day I just do it. No, it takes time, guys. Everything takes time. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. What matters is achieving it. Okay?
Well, obviously, all the great people that invested in themselves first, whether it's education or the new skill, everything. It just starts from you. So self-discipline goes a long way, and you can use this time in quarantine to get better. Yes. Not to use that time as like a lazy and a downtime, but also get better, come out better and stronger from quarantine.
All your best people invested in themselves, okay? A lot of people look up to Steve Jobs. A lot of people from my field, they just say Steve Jobs. That's their number 1 choice on who you look up to. Think about who you look up to. Okay, I look up to a lot of people. So what did I do? I read their books. I read their biography, if they had an autobiography, if they had a memoir. I just read all of them. And even in their own books, they suggest other books that they've read or that they recommend to others. For example, Steve Jobs, right? Everybody likes looking up to him. Even he had books that he recommended. And one of those, Innovator Dilemma. And in the book, the book is kind of about, it goes into great detail about decisions business have to make between catering to customers or innovating beyond that. So, that sounds exactly what Apple's about. Okay, and he pretty much just took it from a book. So, read books, invest in yourself, right? Doesn't mean you have to go to school again. Doesn't mean you have to pick up every single book that you just find something that you find interesting and just pursue that. Even if you find a lot of things interesting, just give yourself time and invest your time wisely and go into great research into stuff like that. For example, we do a lot of research for you guys in stock analysis and financial decisions and personal finance, etc. Yeah. All right. So we're just gonna go to number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. We're gonna go right into it. Invest in your future. Now you're thinking isn't that same thing I invest in myself? Not really, okay? Yes, but not really. So if you just listen through, it's kind of a way to set yourself up for the future in a way. So tell them first. You tell them first.
Well, there are a lot of ways. Of course, you have to live in the moment, but there are a lot of ways of planning in the future. One of them is just to create a future self, to visualize your future self and try everyday things that you would think your future self would be thankful for to you today. Create the list and go ahead with that.
Yeah, so something I do is I create a list, 5 things that I want to get done, right? And then I basically have it on this wall. Well, I'm gonna have it in this wall. I haven't had it here yet, but I have a whiteboard here, and we'll show that in the blog. You'll subscribe to the blog, and basically I just write 5 things, and then every day try to get 1 thing done, even if it's the smallest thing, just do laundry or just wash the dishes or you know, like you're gonna get that done anyway. So it feels like you accomplished something for the day. And then eventually, you know, you're like, okay, I did one thing. And then the second thing is like, read 5 pages of a book. Like, you know, set yourself small so that you kind of like have a rhythm and you build yourself
Habit?
A habit, yeah. Like you know, every day you get up and you look at your list and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this right now. So you know, you immediately do it, and then the next thing, and you know, you continue that. So that's something I do, okay? And you know, I didn't copyright it. I took that from somewhere else. You just take it from me. Okay, so that's number 2. All right, so we're gonna go straight into number 3. Property. Okay. All right, we got out of the mushy stuff, I guess. Yeah, number 1, number 2, definitely important. Number 1, yourself, investing in yourself. Number 2, your future, setting yourself up for the future, kind of investing in that. Number 3 is property. You know, the rich stay rich because it's not because they save a lot of cash. They reinvest in property. And what is property exactly? It's not always real estate, although that is what, you know, a lot of people do, is invest in real estate, and you kind of maintain, it's almost like maintaining cash, but in like something tangible still. Like you can still see the house, and you can still see that. But another thing you can still see, we kind of reinvest in sneakers. So, you know, we buy a limited pair of sneakers, and then it holds a value. You know, maybe you don't see that value, but like other people see that value. And another thing is art. So, you know, sculptures, or maybe you invest in a painting and stuff like that. That is something that a lot of people invest. Jay-Z invests in paintings, right? The Carters.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, I think art is one of the ways of, you know, this valuable asset that you can invest in, and property as well. So.
But that painting still holds a greater value, even if inflation goes up, if that makes sense. But anyway, maybe I get too into it.
Long video.
It's a long video. All right. I'll cut that out. Cut that out.
Next video. Yes, you can find it out in our next video.
In the next video. But anyway, you know, listen to Jay-Z. Invest in real estate like Dumbo, although that's maybe a little too late, but maybe not, you know, or you know, any other real estate that's around your area that you feel like, you know what, maybe that space will go up, or that art looks really interesting, I like it, and I think it's gonna go up in price, you know. And it's also a great time to do that during a recession. Number 4, you know, same topic as Jay-Z, credit score. You know, credit is important, and we talk about that in the channel. We have our list of credit cards. You know, you could like look into that. You know, right there, it's gonna be up there.
We will record a separate video on probably how to get your credit score.
You can get a loan out of a credit score. You can get multiple cards.
Yeah, a lot of doors open for you once you have a quite good or excellent credit score. So yeah, something to work on. Last, number 5 is the assets.
All right, guys. So we went through number 1. Invest in yourself, okay? I know it's cheesy, but it's true. Number 2, invest in setting yourself up for the future. Number 3, property. Number 4, credit score. And number 5 is assets, okay? There's a difference between liabilities and assets, okay? Liabilities, you have to maintain it, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a car, if it's your personal car, you have to, you know, do oil changes over oil change and get gas in it, like then you have to eventually get a new car, you know, like that's a liability, okay? That's not an asset. Okay, assets are things that make you money, and one of those assets could be stocks. Okay, it's compound interest, you know. If you get dividends out of the stock, you can reinvest that dividends. You can sell those stocks and then you can liquidate it into cash.
So the whole channel is about that, so make sure to subscribe.
Yes.
Leave a like and comment. What do you feel are the most priority odds for you? And yes, so stay safe everybody, and don't forget to invest.